How we saved over $60,000 in rent over 3 years. Coming right up in this Speak Up video. Hi, I'm Yang, I'm the speaker coach here at Speaking Volumes, and today we've got a groundbreaking moment in this Speak Up video challenge. And the Speak Up video challenge is all about the defining moments in my life, what lessons I've learned, and hopefully you can take something from them as well. So in this groundbreaking moment, I talk about house sitting, how that saved us $60,000 in 3 years' time. Now, how is that possible? What is house sitting? House sitting is looking after someone's house when they're away, to look after their pet, their garden, their house. And a lot of people don't know this, but your home insurance can become void if you don't have someone living in it. If you're away for more than a month, if you don't have someone living in it, your home insurance can become void. So it's a win-win. You get someone to look after your house, your pets, and your garden as well, your plants. How did I find out about it? Well, I found out about it back in 2016 when I was speaking to my friend Leanne, and she was a pet nanny. She asked the universe, how can I get paid to live somewhere? And she figured out, well, she can get paid to house sit. And she got paid a few times to look after someone's house, someone's pet. And she told me about it, and I was like, yes, I want to do that as well. I love dogs, I love pets. How can I get onto this? And funnily enough, through a friend, I looked after their place while they went overseas. Well, I looked after their rabbit and a couple of chickens as well, and their garden in Camberwell. That was for a month in December 2016. And then after that, I found these websites. One of them was Mind a Home, and the other one I signed up to was Aussie House Sitters. And I signed up to these websites looking for opportunities for more house sits, and I was messaging people, and one of them was in Frankston for 3 months. I was with Orietta, hi Orietta, and I managed to get that one, luckily enough, without any references. And from there, it just snowballed. We got more and more house sits. Morgan joined me, and we got more references, we got more experience, our profile was more fleshed out. And so we did all these house sits, and it was a really fun time. And then our longest house sit was in Hawthorne for 4 months in 2019. And during that moment, I was so stressed out. I felt like I don't have any time because I was creating this new project, a new coaching program that I was creating. And so I was like stressed out, and I felt like I didn't have any time. And Morgan's like, chill. You have time. You don't have anyone telling you what to do. You've got all this time, the whole day to manage. You got control over your schedule. You can set your hours. And that was when I had the realization, when Morgan told me the realization where, okay, Yang, I don't think you realize this, but you have a lot of freedom. I was like, 2.5 years into my house sitting journey, I finally realized, hey, I have a lot of freedom. I can do whatever I want. I can wake up at any time. I have control over my schedule. This was the time when I was working for the coaching and training company as a speaker. So you can look at how I got paid to speak here and down below as well. And I was working in the evenings as a speaker around 7 o'clock. That was evening work, and that was only 2 or 3 times a week. So the rest of the week, the rest of the day, I had a lot of freedom. I could watch movies, I could do courses, I could learn new skills, I could go to yoga, and I did go to yoga like every single day. And that was an amazing house sit as well. We had 4 months. Longer house sits are always appreciated because we didn't have to pack and move and clean before we left. And so we were able to nest for a little bit for 4 months. That was one of the most amazing house sits because the lady, she had a cleaner as well. The cleaner came once a month to clean the house. She had a pool person, there was a swimming pool, there was a gardener, there was also someone to drive her car once a month. So we had all this support as well. That was a really great house sit, and it just made me realize, hey, I have a lot of freedom. And we were saving a lot of money as well. $60,000, how did I get to that figure? Well, on average in Melbourne, the rent is $420 a week. Multiply that out by 4, gives 1.6. Multiply that out by 12, you get around $20,000 a year. 3 years is $60,000. That's an average figure. In a lot of the houses that we stayed in, they were above average. Now some houses, they weren't so good, so under average, but overall, we stayed in nice places in central areas in Melbourne. And here's a map of where we stayed. We stayed pretty much nearly everywhere, even though I wasn't traveling internationally, like in my world trip, see here and down below, we were still traveling locally. We were traveling around Melbourne. We had a lot of fun. Like Morgan and I, we discovered a lot of new suburbs. You know, obviously we don't live everywhere, but we got a chance to live in a lot of places, to discover new areas, to see what we liked if we were to rent long term or to buy a property. We got to see what we liked. In the end, we started renting. Because of COVID, we only had a week to find a place to rent, and we're renting right now. I'll be posting a defining moment about that later on. But it gave us a chance to explore new places, and Morgan, coming from France, not knowing a lot about Australia, it was great for her to explore new places. We also didn't have to spend that much money because we didn't have to pay internet, electricity, water. All those bills were paid by the homeowner. All we had to pay for was our food, and sometimes we were given food as well, and petrol for driving around. So we didn't have a lot of expenses, we had a lot of time. I had the realization, hey, I've got a lot of time. This is fantastic. And we get the bonus of looking after these pets, these dogs usually, and we met so many beautiful little fur babies on our house sitting journey. We had Peggy the greyhound, we had George, we had the sausages, Winston and Walter, we had Lulu, we had Rosie, we had Koa, we had Zeus, so we had some cats as well, we had Reuben. He had different eye colors. He had one blue eye and one orange eye. So many like beautiful pets that we met, and we missed them. And we appreciate all the people that invited us into their homes. And we looked after chickens as well. If you are thinking of becoming a house sitter, you know, there are a few things that you need to be organized, very organized. You need to be adaptable. You need to be minimalistic because you can't have a lot of stuff. You need to like pets, especially dogs and cats usually. House sitters have pets. You have to like exercising, especially if it's with a dog. You have to be very clean and good at cleaning. And you have to be good at selling yourself and communicating, especially relaying information to the homeowner, what's happening with the pets and whatnot. So the biggest lesson is, what do you value? I value freedom. And so I was creating a lifestyle that worked for me. So if you value freedom as well, you know, how can you create a business or a career that works around your lifestyle and works around how you like to work and how you like to live? I love having spare time to explore new skills, study new courses, explore new places, go to new yoga studios. I love doing all of that. And house sitting gave us the opportunity of not having too many expenses, of having that time to be able to explore, to have that freedom. The golden age of house sitting is over with COVID. You know, not many people are traveling. Obviously, especially in Melbourne, there's so many restrictions. No one can go anywhere. You can't even go interstate. Not a lot of people are traveling, so there's not a lot of house sitting opportunities. And this might be the case for the next year or 2 years or next, period of time. And so we're glad that we've got a family now and we're settling down. So we're glad that we managed to do it when we could. So that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments below, what is it that you value? Do you value freedom as well? How can you make your work, your business, your career around your lifestyle? Let me know in the comments below. There are more Speak Up videos coming up. So it just makes me annoyed and angry when I'm with them. My walls just go up straight away. And I'll see you in another Speak Up video.